So okay guys, we've had 2 nights of a freeze. We've got one more night to go. And a lot of the plants, the wind blew off. So they're not looking that great. Let's check my basil. Oh, it even got the basil, even with covering it. That stinks. That stinks big time. Oh well. My peas and Swiss chard did well. I didn't even cover them. My squash, well, you can see where the pumpkins are. So we'll let them ripen. But yep. Now let's say things are pretty well done. Need to do a harvest and a cleanup of what's left. So got that pumpkin there too. Parsley looks great. I didn't even cover it. Dill looks pretty good. My amaranth is pretty well done. My oregano looks good. That's good because I need to harvest that stuff. My bee balm. Wow. This frost really even got my green beans. And I didn't even cover them. My sunflowers. Not last night, the night before though, it got really cold. And of course, the wind blew that tarp up. But we got one more night of a frost, but they need sun today. Like I said, I didn't uncover them at all yesterday. So I'm going to get them uncovered. Okay, my squash looks, for the most part, pretty okay. One little sunflower over there. Yeah, some they seem to be okay. And there's a pollinator. Looks like this week's going to be a lot of cleanup and time to start prepping for next year. I'm really glad I harvested my snake gourd. These are done. Okay, let's see how bad. Tops of the plants, yeah, as I figured. But we still got life. Because it's such a pain in the butt, I am not going to uncover this today. I'm just going to let them go. One more night, and then we'll uncover tomorrow. But you can see. And they're all still real nice and hard, so. Yep. I do have to fix that, though. While the wind is blowing a little bit, The tarp knocked down a lot of my onion tops, but they still look good. Spaghetti squash up there looks good. Acorn, beets. So, some good, some not. My son didn't cover my basil. I've got to say, while a lot of the plants, the tops don't look great, down at the bottom, they're not too bad. And all the fruit, nice and hard and firm yet. So if we can get it through to tomorrow, then do the harvest. All my basil, my son forgot to cover. This opal basil looks really crappy. This one, not so good. My regular basil, top is bad, but underneath is good. Same with that opal basil. So I might be able to save some of those. You see what I mean about my onions? Now I'm not uncovering the tomatillos, but they do all look good. So get them uncovered tomorrow. You can tell the parts of the nasturtium that were covered versus uncovered. Beautiful, dead. Hey guys, I gotta kind of admit this is kind of fun. Remember that game when you were in school where you waited with the parachute game, and you had to run under it and not get caught under it? But actually the foliage on these look really good, on these tomatoes. It's chilly. My acorn. Not the greatest looking, but there's still some green. Ooh, and I got caught. And I'm out. Yep. So I didn't kill all of them. I might dig up a couple of these little tomato plants that are still good. Like this one that obviously didn't get enough of something. You never know, maybe we can grow it in the basement. Here I go again. See, I have to watch because I tell myself I'm not going to do all that stuff. But this one got it. That one didn't. And then I end up doing it. See? Let's look right here. Whew. Look at that nice big tomato. You know, look at that. This plant isn't even completely dead. This is another snake gourd one. Has a little snake gourd growing. May cover that tonight. That's the only one that shows any life. This loofah, nothing. That basil's no good. Alex's tomato plant is not completely dead. But it also ended up getting uncovered. So I gotta fix that. Woohoo! Okay, so the wind took some of it off of my red cabbage. They all still seem to look okay. This opal basil bottom still has life. I've got to cut some of the celery today for dinner, making homemade beef stew. Oh, I got a little head there starting. Those look alright. I will end up covering these guys again tonight though. But like I said, wind got them. Alright, so one last area to look at. It's in the greenhouse. Wow, them artichokes really are doing better. Pepper plant, doing good. I'll give them a good watering later. Pineapple plant is still kicking. Carrots, I know they like the cold. So, soon these pepper plants I'm going to have to dig up and take over. Oh, we got some here. Watermelon plant seems to be still kicking, but not doing that great, which is expected. Still got some okra plants in here. And look at them, finally getting ginger. Look at weeds. Now this is a pepper plant, and so is that. Jimmy Nardello's. Cool. They almost look like they're getting flowers. It's all right. Don't mind me. But, so why did I just kind of give you a quick little rundown on this? Well, it's just kind of a little show here up in the north. What some people try to do to help save their plants and the last few vegetables growing. Every area has their trials and tribulations, but this is just kind of give maybe somebody who doesn't know what to do an idea. I'm always looking for suggestions. So, you know, just it's part of gardening. It is part of gardening. Some people just say it is what it is and let them die. I really don't want 2 bushels full of green tomatoes again. As sick as I am of processing them, I'd rather them get ripe and process them. Because I still have a lot of tomato jam. I still have salsa verde I made with them last year. And that is what I'm doing with tomatillos. With many of them, I'm going to make salsa verde again with them. So, I'm going to try a few other recipes with them. So, it is what it is. It's that time of year. After tonight, nights are supposed to be in the high 40s, low 50s again. So, you just never know. It's one of those things. The first night was the coldest night. It got, in many places, it got down to 28. So, here I think it got down to about 30. But, you just roll with the flow. That's part of gardening. You can only do so much. You're not a miracle worker as much as you try. So, well, I hope you like this little quick ditty. Not very informative, but just took you around with me. So have a good day, everybody. Be safe. Happy gardening. And I'm going to go in the house and get some homemade beef stew with garden vegetables into the crock pot. And I am going to start planning on what I'm going to work on in the basement for winter. So we'll catch you later. Toodles!